Hey, Joe. Nate Solder seemed to leave practice yesterday with his right arm was hanging for a second. Anything on that?
Nothing much. We're going to see where he is today, see how he feels. Normal kind of bumps and bruises from what we could tell, but he's going to get looked at by the doctors and see where he's at. I mean, I think Nate's obviously having a pretty damn good camp for us. We're pleased with the progress he's making right there, so we want to make sure we can keep him on the field as long as we can, but obviously won't do anything that puts a player at risk. So obviously, tonight going to the stadium, third day in a row, we're evaluating a lot of guys based on loads, earlier this week and tied up from last week. So we'll see kind of periodically with individuals how we manage them tonight.
Respect.
Hey, Joe, as you get set for the practice tonight and the preseason opener coming up on Saturday, what are the qualities you like best about this team thus far?
Yeah, I like their work ethic. I like the way these guys show up every day and they work, and we've seen constant improvement. This is a team that's got a lot of mental toughness. This is a team that, as we've challenged them to go ahead and improve, challenge them on different things, they've responded. I like the way they compete in practice. It's not perfect. We're far from a finished product. We have a long way to go as a team. But I love their spirit of how they come to work every day and what they're doing to improve.
Sports.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Paul.
Obviously, this is a practice, but it is in a different venue. You've never coached a game in MetLife Stadium where there were fans in there, so this is different. Have you thought of that at all? When you walk on the field and it could be, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people maybe?
Well, I've thought definitely in terms of the excitement we're going to have to go out there and see fans. It's a practice. The format of the practice will be like what you guys have seen already on our practice fields at Quest. However, it is going to be different. This is our first opportunity, this and the Newark trip we took a couple weeks ago as far as being in front of fans, but the first time in MetLife with fans. So, look, there's going to be a lot of natural excitement from the coaches and the players tonight. There's going to be a lot of raised intensity. One thing we're going to be very conscious of as coaches throughout this practice is making sure that we watch our guys, making sure we control the tempo and the volume of practice. And we understand there's going to be a raised level of excitement for these guys. We're going to make sure we keep them within the moment and the flow of things. But, look, the experience tonight of being in front of fans, we're all looking forward to. It's also going to be great practice for us. We was asked a question the other day about communication in front of fans. It's going to be a great opportunity for our offense and defense to really work that for the first time with actual crowd noise, not just simulated noise at practice. So that's something that's going to really help us right there. And, look, it's a practice, but there will be a different feel to it tonight.
Real quick, is how important is home field advantage? The Giants have not had that in recent years.
Are you talking about just in general, or are you talking about some specific time of year?
No, in general. I mean, if you want to be a serious team, winning games at home.
Look, you want to win every game you play, and obviously you want to defend your home turf. I'd say in terms of home field advantage, the advantage always goes to the team who plays and executes better on that Sunday. So while it can be an aid for you with obviously the energy and the excitement provided by your fans, you've got to show up as players and coaches and do your best job and make sure that you outperform the opponent.
Thank you.
Leonard.
Hey, Joe, your two young edge rushers, how serious are the injuries with Ellerson Smith, the hamstring that I guess he hurt during the conditioning run, and Azeez Ojulari with his leg?
Real quick, Pat, can you be more specific about the conditioning run?
Oh, no, I think there was an interview yesterday. Dave had said that he hurt his hamstring during the conditioning run or a conditioning lap, I think, at the start of camp.
It was absolutely not a lap or a conditioning test of that nature. No, that's not what happened at all. But in terms of them recovery, both guys are coming along nicely. We're looking forward to getting Ellerson out there as soon as we can. I know he's made a lot of progress in the last week and a half with the trainers and the medical staff. That should be good right there. In terms of, Azeez, he's been out of practice. He's been working. There's different loads we have for different guys on different days. One thing about, guys of all different, ages, you've got to make sure that, throughout practice you monitor what they do, We rely a lot on our medical team, our sports science information and what they're doing. So we talk about our players every day. We want to make sure that we monitor what their bodies have been through. And we put them in a position they can go out there next day and go through the practice that we prescribe to them in a safe manner. So, everything we do is very planned out. And, in terms of both those young guys, they're working hard, doing everything we ask. So I want to make sure we get them back on the field.
Thanks.
Ed.
Hey, Joe, I wanted to ask you about Ryzen John. He's just getting back to practice, but he looked really comfortable for you guys in the spring. Is there still time, for him to really make an impact with you guys and to be a factor in the competition at tight end?
Yeah, listen, every player is still competing. I mean, that's absolutely, that doesn't stop. And it's not just how you start camp, it's consistently what you do, day in, day out. Obviously he dealt with a different deal. He wasn't allowed to be here due to a situation on the COVID list. 10 days in a hotel, no one comes back in camp condition. So it's going to take him a couple days to get back out there, get his legs under him. But, one thing he did show yesterday as far as getting out there with us for the first time as a team was, he was further along than maybe we anticipated as coaches. And that, the training staff was, optimistic and confident with him with what they saw the previous few days of really ramping him up and getting him ready to be on the field. So we got to manage his loads, obviously, as we go through this. All that being said, every player on the team has an opportunity to compete every day. So nothing's final.
Rock.
Joe, I wanted to get back to that home field advantage question and have it specific to the Giants. I'm sure that's something you noticed when you were interviewing for this job and saw. What does it take to overcome, what's been a pretty lackluster home record for this franchise since that stadium was built?
Look, it just takes executing better than the other team. In terms of anything that's happened in the past, that's not relevant to this year. It's not relevant to any game we're going to play this year. I would say that obviously when I became involved with this job, you start thinking about, the history of the organization, the area, the fan base. And there's a reason this is such a, paramount organization in the National Football League. And that really starts with the fans. I mean, the game is about the players. It's about the fans. That's really what, the connection is. The passion of New York, having the experience of just being an MSG during a Knicks playoff game and feeling the energy of those fans really pouring into the game. That's something that's unique. You don't go into every stadium and feel that kind of energy and passion. And there's a natural just, demeanor in this area of the country, specifically in North Jersey and New York, of, look, it is a mentally tough area. That's the way it is, the way it's supposed to be, and that's the way we got to train our team to be. And I like that atmosphere. I like coming in the stadium, and people expect to see, excellence, and that's what they deserve for the money they spend. That's a product we have to work to give to them.
The flip side of that, though, is that there's no blind loyalty, right? I mean, there are some teams that, every Sunday that, they fill the stadium and everybody's rooting for them and everybody goes home happy, win or lose. Here you got to kind of, you get booed off the field at halftime quite a bit.
Hey, look, you get what you earn, and we have to earn their respect.
We'll take two more. Jordan.
Hey, Joe. The fans haven't seen this team since the end of the 2019 season. What would you tell them they should expect from this group?
Relative to tonight or just in general there, Jordan? Yeah, you're going to see a group of guys go out there and lay it on the field every time they take the field together. And we're going to work hard for 60 minutes, talk all the time. The identity of our team, smart, tough, fundamentally sound. We're going to play for 60 minutes. That's what you can expect to see from our team. If you step on the field for us, that's what you can expect to see.
Last one here, Zach.
Hey, Joe, I wanted to ask you about offensive line. You revamped that coaching staff. Obviously, brought in Rob Sale, brought back Pat, moved Freddie to more supervising the offensive line. I'm just curious, how do you feel like that's gone with those new guys there, and how receptive have the offensive linemen been to this new kind of structure you got over there?
Yeah, I think it's going very well, actually. I think all four guys do a great job. I wouldn't say Freddie's job is to supervise the offensive line. Freddie has a load of responsibilities and encompasses a lot of things. I'm not going to go individually into each one of those right there, but he does a tremendous job for us overall with the structure of the offense. In terms of Rob and Ben working together with the offensive linemen, that's been great. And Flats brings a lot of experience to the plate. We do have two young line coaches who are very knowledgeable, very capable of running a room, very capable of making the adjustments, but it never hurts to have a guy who's just got a lot of skins on the wall, has seen a lot of things, and can share his experiences with two young guys to help him go on through it. I know I benefit myself as being a younger guy in the profession from experience of others.